What's up, guys? BC with a little bit of breaking news as WWE has officially confirmed that WrestleMania 43, for the first time ever, WrestleMania out of the US, Das Boot. WrestleMania 43 2027 in Saudi Arabia. WWE just had a big shindig to make this announcement. Undertaker was in attendance, Shawn Michaels, Bianca Belair, who we haven't seen in a minute, Liv Morgan, who we haven't seen in a minute. You had Sethington Rollins and several others, and of course, because he doesn't spend a moment in his office, he doesn't spend any time actually doing the hard work like being creative, giving us epic storylines, larger than life characters. No. He's always doing the announcements, the pressers, the media scrums, the commercials, the voiceovers. And then don't forget, he's got to go on vacation because all of the podcasting and all of the hanging out with celebrities and going to the Pacer games, that's tiring. And I gotta say, WWE is being destroyed by their own fans. The tried and true fan base of WWE is calling Paul Levesque McMahon, Nicholas Khan, Mark Shapiro, World Wrestling Entertainment sellouts. No joke, this announcement was made on their official channel. So you had a lot of tried and true WWE fans that filed in waiting to hear what this announcement was. Because a lot of them truly didn't know. They were excited. What could it be? Of course, if you're a subscriber, or especially a channel member to the Amplified, man, you know we already talked about this in yesterday's upload. It was already confirmed yesterday in Saudi, by accident, mind you, as they call him their majesty, or what is it, their excellency. Confirmed that one of his people accidentally sent that out via social, immediately took it down, but it was already... The cat was out of the bag. Everybody knew WrestleMania was coming to Saudi, so WWE was forced to do this presser even sooner than they originally had planned. So we already talked about it. It was already confirmed, but there's a lot of tried and true WWE fans. They don't follow all of that. They just are sitting there with their wooden bowl and wooden spoon and waiting for Hunter Hearst Helmsley to serve them today's lunch, tonight's meal, tomorrow's breakfast. Whatever Hunter says, if he says jump, they say how high. But even fans of WWE tried and trues were calling them sellouts. They destroyed WWE in the chats. It was being filled. The entire chat, the entire time was filled with "you sold out," sellouts, destroying, ripping WWE to heights we've never seen before. This is the official WWE channel. Usually you'll see the fans just go along with whatever is being distributed on the channel. I had to do a double, triple, quadruple, 20-druple take to make sure I was seeing this correctly. Is WWE getting ripped and destroyed on their own channel? Indeed, that's what happened. WWE being called sellouts, and there's a plethora of reasons why. Everyone probably has a dozen different reasons. Of course, first and foremost, you're going to hear about all the political reasons. That's a whole nother story for another day. I don't even know half of the stories politically that you could probably tell about Saudi. So I won't even touch on that. I'm pissed off that the ladies cannot wear their wrestling attire. That's what pisses me off. Something about Io Shirai's law, or Sharia's, or Sharia, Sherbert's law, whatever. I don't care what it's called. Let these females on WrestleMania 43 in 2027 wear their wrestling attire. If Liv Morgan wants to show a little booty, then let her be bootylicious. If Tiffy Stratton wants to go out there and rock her bazooks, let her rock them. It's a rack to behold. Let it be on display. They're beautiful ladies. They should not be out there like Power Rangers. Because that's what they look like. They look foolish. They look like they went out there with plastic onesies. Nobody's going to see the Green Ranger versus the Red Ranger. Or maybe the Black Ranger will take on the Pink Ranger. We're there to see the pro wrestlers. And if it's females, they should be able to go out there and look really sexy. If you want to take WrestleMania, I really hope that is considered. But it's more than just politically or anything like that. It's on top of that, the greed, the sheer greed of this company is out of control. If WrestleMania was leaving the US, that's one thing. A lot of fans could just go, hey, you know what? That's business. It was bound to happen. Vince, I don't think, would do that because he knows he's true to his audience. There's so many people that literally travel with WrestleMania every year. It's their yearly vacation. So it takes a lot for him to leave to another country. But there's those that come from other countries and they travel with WrestleMania in the US. A lot of individuals in the UK have been to every WrestleMania in the US. So you say, okay, if we flip it, if WrestleMania leaves the US, it's obviously going somewhere in the UK, right? That's what everybody had thought because A, it's the most reasonable solution. B, so many top stars like John Cena and so many others have been advocates for it. They have been saying they will absolutely do everything in their power to get a WrestleMania over to the UK. So surely, and all the support and the love and the money that the UK has poured into WWE, of course they're going to get WrestleMania before anybody else. Nope! They didn't offer enough cash. It's not about loyalty. It's business. It's ruthless. They'll stomp you when you're down. They don't care about all the money that the UK fans poured in. That's behind them. They're only concerned with the money that's pouring in front of them, and that bank says Saudi. That's what has a lot of fans upset. Wait, you're leaving the US? We were next in line. That's pretty clear. That's unspoken. No, Saudi came in and they had enough money and they swiped right in. Another big reason that fans are so pissed about this is because they're starting to see through Hunter Helmsley's BS. I don't know what took them so long, but finally their own fan base is starting to go, wait, how does this benefit us? They make it sound like what they're doing is a benefit to us. When they went over to the ESPN deal and they try to make it sound like it's all fluffy and it's a bed of roses. Everybody's going to be so much better for this now that you have to pay triple the amount of money to watch an event that you were paying $9.99 for. And when the show went off the air, you're wondering why I wasted $9.99 on such garbage. Now, you get to spend 3 times the amount for the same garbage. Go to your trash. Take out the bag from where it's being held. Look at your trash. Would you pay $30 for that? Probably not. But that's what WWE's asking you to do. And then they expedited it, right? Then Hunter Helmsley sent out another statement. He said, hey, better news, everybody. We're changing the game early. We're going September 20th. September 20th, we are going to change the game. We're bringing WWE pay-per-views, premium lives to ESPN early. Several months early. So now you only have 4 weeks' notice to restructure your finances. Because you're going to be paying $30 a month for your paper. Stateside anyway. US. $30 a pop. You could be talking VPN numbers or whatever that is. You find loopholes. Maybe your cable provider can help you bundle it up. But most fans, stateside, $30 every time you want to watch a premium live. You want NXT or Saturday night's main event right now? You got to go Peacock, which is another $10 to $15. You want Raw? That's Netflix, $10 to $20, depending on your tier. Soon, we hear they're working on a deal with Amazon Prime. That's $10 to $20. You're going to be paying $80 to $100 to watch WWE. If it was really good, maybe we can start the conversation. And that's even a stretch. But they're giving us less and less, and they're taking more and more money. So fans are starting to see through the BS. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, always talking like this is a big parade we should be in. This is a party that we should all be happy about. What are we being happy about? You're telling us that we now have to spend more money to watch the same garbage you were already producing. We're going to ESPN and the new price tier is $30. Why are you not excited? Fans finally, I saw it in real time, man. Fans finally woke up. They were like, wait, what are we being at? You get to make more money as a company. Hey, what the heck does that do for us? And then they did it again. Late yesterday, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, because this was leaked by accident over in Saudi, that WrestleMania 43 was going to Saudi. So WWE went into panic mode. Okay, we gotta distribute this 3 p.m. tomorrow. So now you fast forward, everybody's excited for this announcement, and they find out that it's for WrestleMania 43 in 2027. So the entire chat is just filled with "you sold out," sellouts, sellout, you sold out. One after the other flooded WWE fans destroyed Hunter Hearst Helmsley and WWE. And it was epic. Finally. And it took this. Even the fans that will be there every step that WWE says to take, even they have a limit. And they're like, dude, don't take all of us for fools. You're making this sound like this is good for us. We're going to ESPN with the premium lives. Now you get to pay triple the amount. We're taking WrestleMania out of the U.S. We're taking it to Saudi. We're changing the game and just getting started. What are you talking about? How is this exciting for your fans? Maybe the ones just in Saudi. Hey, good for them. Yay! Legit. Good for them. They get a WrestleMania. What's all the pomp and circumstance? What's all the big parade about over here? For everyone that's been loyal over here in the countries like that are in the UK. That have been waiting for this moment. Most of them have liquidated all assets and gladly handed them to the conglomerate WWE. And when they finally get their moment, they're looked right over. I understand business, but business cannot be completely on the backs of greed. And it can only be sustained by honorable doings. There's times to be ruthless. But if you ain't honorable and doing shit the right way, that business eventually, because the back will get weakened, will collapse. Mark Shapiro, we talked about this in yesterday's upload. Mark Shapiro, the COO of TKO, the Chief Operating Officer of TKO, recently said that Vince McMahon was pricing for families. He wasn't maximizing. Do you know what he's telling you? He's telling you that Vince McMahon had his price points too low so you could actually attend the shows. And he's trying to make it sound like what Vince didn't know is if you raise the prices, a lot of these fans will pay for it. Vince knew that. Vince didn't want to price them out. You can say a lot of things about Vince. That's fine. But he had a line. He did not want to flood his ring and his show with advertisements. And look what we see today. He didn't want to raise prices 20 times what they were just 5 years ago. Look where they are today. So yeah, when fans are getting pissed off because we see and we hear Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Shapiro and Nick Khan say that we're changing the game and we're just getting started. If the game has changed, it's for the worse. It's gotten worse. And then the dude says, and we're just getting started. So the fans are like, well, that's not good. If it already sucks, we don't want more of something that sucks. Right? More and more fans are starting to wake up. More and more WWE fans are going, wait, none of this is beneficial to us. All of these big announcements about big announcements and telling us we should be excited. And the game is changing. WWE Universe, we're just beginning. And the fans are going, none of this matters to us. Not in a benefiting way. Ticket prices have skyrocketed, so we can't even attend the shows. A lot of fans can't even go to the shows anymore because ticket prices are 20 times what they were 5 years ago. So then WWE raises the prices of premium lives that it's harder for you to watch at home. Now you pay triple what you used to pay last week. And they're like, great news, WWE Universe. Our ESPN deal is starting earlier than expected. You get to pay more. Ticket prices have skyrocketed. Premium live events and the streaming has skyrocketed. WrestleMania and other events being taken out of the country. And hey, that's fine. Spread it around. Cool. But then the countries that thought they were next get totally skipped over. So there's no rhyme or reason for anything anymore. There's no loyalty with this company. There's no honorability in this company. And they constantly make it sound like they're doing God's work. Great news, WWE Universe. Going to ESPN for even more money. Which is going to come out of your pocket. Great news, WWE Universe. We're bringing Raw to your city. It's just going to cost you a couple thousand more a person. Great news, WWE Universe. WrestleMania will be in Saudi. Good luck trying to attend. Fans are finally going, wait a second, none of this makes sense. How many pressers and media scrums have you guys seen or posts from WWE, more specifically Hunter Hearst Helmsley, where they just tout record revenue, record this, record that, finances are through the roof, everything is awesome, right? According to WWE, it's money, 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 and that's all they're concerned with. While the product is lacking, the shows suck, there's no real good storylines that make you give a damn. Larger-than-life stars, they're gone. The top stars today are who? Samuel Zayn and Jason Uso. How does that fly? We go from Hogan and Warrior to Stone Cold and The Rock, Cena and The Undertaker, to what? Samuel Zayn and Jason Yeterman? And every time you see Helmsley, he's not in his office, right? At least Vince would be in his office 25 hours a day. Do the Steiner math. That's right. 25 hours a day he'd be locked in his office, constantly working. Helmsley, you won't find him in the office. He's got to do the Kimmel show. He's got to do some talk shows, some podcasts. He's got to film some commercials and voiceovers. He's got to be the main event of a presser, a media scrum. But I thought his job is literally the head of the talent relations and the chief of content. He is the head of all creative. I mean, that is a 25-hour-a-day job. The problem is the guy who's doing it doesn't do his job, ever! No, he just puts up posts going, hey, great news! We cut another massive deal and it's gonna come out of your pockets! And somebody's like, maybe you shouldn't put it that way, Hunter. Oh, you're right. Great news! We're changing the game and it's just getting started! The business changes! Big announcement tomorrow! And then what? You say tickets have been raised. We're going to ESPN for $30 a premium live. We're leaving the US with WrestleMania. We're going to Saudi. What do you guys think? Why are you not having why is nobody happy? Where's the smiles? Because fans are like, what are we supposed to say about this? Yay? This is awesome. Yeah. Get to see WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. Get to see the women dressed up like Power Rangers. Yeah! Hashtag Hyde lives booty. No, fans are waking up, man. They have trashed WWE. I can't believe it. I'm here for it. I'm rocking out with it. I'm vibing with it. I am proud of WWE's audience for stepping up and finally voicing out. That's what we need more of. When we just be honest, we can change the actual game for the better. Not just some BS post from Hunter Helmsley, we're going to change the game. No, we can literally change it for the better. We can get the product that we know we should be getting. WWE ripped by their own tried and true diehard fans. That was wild. Again, this was just from this recording, maybe about a half an hour ago. Within the last hour, man, they made that announcement, and WWE fans were letting them have it, literally being called sellouts. I really do wish that would drag into the arenas, man, and those chants could get started. But that's a lot of families. A lot of them probably don't even know the announcement yet. But, man, it was wild. WWE absolutely destroyed by their own fan base. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. BC's got a lot to crush out before SmackDown. Until next time, and there will be that next time. Top guys, we are out. BC saying check you. Salute, unit.